Hello and welcome to Kerbal Space Program 2, where I will be doing a challenge here. This is week number 14, which is get 2 Wayfarer habitat modules into orbit and some solar trusses and fuel depots, that kind of stuff. This will be the first time I've really attempted to dock 2 things together. Usually I just launch a single spacecraft into orbit, or I'll launch a single spacecraft with the destination of a far-off planet. I have never tried docking 2 things together because it seems like a lot more hassle than it's worth, but we are going to give it a shot today. So our payload will be 2 of these things, Wayfarer crew cabin, 2.4 tons each. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this, so hopefully it's not a terribly long video, but this could go pretty wrong. So I'm just going to have a little control module here. I'm probably going to do 2 of the same kind of vehicles and just launch the same thing up there. Plenty stabilization, plenty batteries. We will need some RCS for the final, monopropellant for the final lining up of things. I'm going to try and keep my control modules quite as far apart as I can from each other. I don't know if that means they've got more control or not, but that's just how I think I'm going to try it. Probably just stick with Methalox too. A nice simple fuel, nothing too crazy. I don't even know if we need that much. We'll do that. And some small boosters. So this will probably be our little stage for maneuvering our payloads about. Where is the RCS? Here he is. Don't really know how much RCS we need. Do something like that. And we'll give some communications. Right, so this should work perfectly fine up in orbit. Next up is the payload, so I think I will couple it with a docking port. Okay, now this will be the actual station. So the station itself might as well have a little bit of fuel on it, although I might try and make it a bit realistic and have the fuel separate from where the crew live. So let's actually do our payload first. Here he is, here's payload number 1. And we'll give it, I'll tell you what, we'll give it some of the basic things. Stabilizers, batteries, and some solar panels. Just 2. Doesn't need to be anything crazy because we'll be adding on solar arrays and things like that. We'll add something down here. Actually we'll do it up here. I think what I might do is I might add a small docking port. And then maybe our arrays or our trusses can go off of here and here. And we will leave it fairly open-ended, and we can have another docking port up at the top here. So 2 very simple modules here. Well, we might as well add some RCS itself just to be safe. We'll give it a couple small external tanks. Some of these will do. Oh dear, make sure it lines up. Alright, beautiful. And the actual thrusters. Can I put them on the tanks? Sweet. Okay. I'm happy with that. We'll launch this to space. We'll probably make it aerodynamic because pointy things go good. Beautiful. Okay. And now we need something big and heavy to get it into orbit. Let's go for Methalox again. Oh, tell you what. Why not use as many stabilizers as possible? Because I suspect that I'm going to need all the stabilization I can get. Right, there you go. Engine. This one could be a sustainer. And we can copy this and put on the Mammoth onto these big ones. Okay, radial coupling. Sweet. Alright, I'm hoping that's good enough. We'll see how much it wobbles later. Oh, speaking about wobbling, let's truss it up. Here we go, okay. So there shouldn't be too much wobbling. Better add some aerodynamics onto it too, just to stop any crazy drifting happening. Smashing. Okay, this should hopefully get into orbit. And then we'll make a copy of it and launch basically the same thing into orbit. We'll call it Upgoer 2. Station. Okay, launch. If this goes terribly wrong, then at least it will be funny, as most of my launches are. Okay, good sign. Moving off the launch pad is always the best kind of sign. The reason I'm videoing this is I've noticed there's a lot of challenges now, and people just post screenshots of it in the air. And some people have been accused of just turning on the infinite propellant cheat thing. I mean, fair enough, people can play the game how they like, but I think the whole purpose of it being a challenge is to make it tricky to achieve, and we try and do some realistic space stations like this. Right, I might start a slight gravity turn at probably 15k. Alright, here we go. So we just very gently tip him over. I'm not really sure how stable this thing is, so the further we get to space, the better, I guess. Okay. And we're in. Well, I don't know if this is officially in space. In the very upper atmosphere, I guess. This craft seems to want to twist to the anti-clockwise. Oh, and a bit of a wobbly one too. Okay. Right, we're pretty high up already. We'll maybe go for a 500,000 by 500,000 orbit. I think we've got plenty of delta V. I don't really know. Right, let's slow down, we'll speed up time warp to here. Okay. Prograde. And we'll try and circularize, I believe it's called. Perhaps not the most powerful engine, so it will take a bit longer, but we're going for realism here. I have to say I've noticed a lot more people doing this challenge than the previous one. I think people just enjoy building space stations. The next update coming out, I think, is going to have science, which is probably most people's favourite part of the game. Certainly is my favourite part of the game, the science. I like having limited modules to play around with and having to work hard to unlock new modules to play with, but maybe that's just me. Right, I might burn over to the Apoapsis and boost my Periapsis a bit. We could just leave it here. I think we want to try and make it as round as possible though. Okay, here we go. I guess we need to timer all the way around here just to make it more straight. Right, some nice gentle burning. I guess within 1,000 I'll be fine. Oh, good enough. Okay, right, back to the... Oh, hang on, we'll save it first. Test 1, save. Right, back to the vehicle assembly building where we'll build a copy of the spaceship and do exactly the same thing. In fact, we can just load it. We know it works. Let's just launch it again. Orbital camera. Very interesting. So I think we probably want to wait until this is past us. So we'll just speed up time a bit. Probably somewhere around here, and then we'll try and launch. That will do. Alright, let's launch. Let's go. So gravity turn at 15k seemed to work. We'll probably just stick with it again. We've got plenty of fuel. think they may have improved how well the wobbling works. Because in the recent few weeks I've not noticed too much wobbling around of all my craft. But maybe that's just because I'm building with bigger parts, and we can experiment with that later, I guess. But I'm hoping that when the next patch comes, the game will be far stabler than before. Right, starting gravity turn late because I was not paying attention. Oh, we seem to be very top heavy. We're kind of... I'm struggling to control this thing here. And of course, now that I'm commenting on how well the wobbling is stopped, we're getting quite a lot of wobble there. That's fine. Okay. Plenty apoapsis. Look at that. We might even catch up with the station. I feel like I should definitely circularize before I start meeting up, otherwise we're going to be having a very high velocity encounter here. Right, we'll slow down there. We'll time warp up to here, and I'm going to save it just to make sure I'm not messing anything up. Okay. Prograde. And let's get this thing circly. We are a little bit off the angle. Not really sure what we call it. Inclination, that's the word. So we need to sort that sooner than later too. But for now, let's actually just try and get into orbit. That would be nice. Okay. We'll just time warp a little bit further forwards. I think it's most efficient burning at apoapsis or periapsis. I never really looked at the tutorials for this game though. In my experience, there's no problem which can't be solved with more rocket boosters. Okay. Right, we're a little bit off inclination, so we will set target. 3.3 degrees off, so we will go time warp to the ascending node. And for ascending, I think we need to go anti-normal burn, which is down the ways. So if we burn down like this, I guess 90 degrees on from the point, this will be lowered, I think. We'll find out in a second. Let's give it a burn. Yep, here it is coming down. I'll try and get it to 0 degrees inclination. So 0.2 seems nice, but it could probably be better. We'll time warp to here. And we might need to normal up a bit. Good thing we've got plenty of power and control units here, so we don't need to waste any RCS. Alright. Very gently. There we go, 0. Okay. So we should be matching the orbit of Upgoer 2, Mark 1. So now we need to try and match the orbits, I guess. Or should I create a maneuver point? Hold on. Create maneuver plan. Bring us onto the same. Now how do I slide this thing about? Like this. Okay, so I'm hoping if I create this maneuver plan here, we're going to meet here. So let's just save again. Maneuver. I'm trying to do this as open as possible, so there's anyone, if I can do this, anyone can do this. This isn't a guide though, but there are guides online, I'm sure. So we want to click maneuver. And we're going to burn for 2 seconds in 3 seconds. Okay. Did that work? I believe it did. We have a meeting point. Not as close as I thought it would be though. But then we do have a different apoapsis, so maybe when I get to this point I should burn forwards a bit, just make sure that the orbits are the same. Like this. That should do. And then we could probably approach it using RCS. Save again. Let's time warp to here. The reason I saved before is because I don't want to crash into this at 1,000,000 miles an hour when I'm time warping towards the next maneuver. So we're just going to try and match orbits, and then we will slowly coast towards it. But 8.3 kilometers seems, well, in terms of space, it's not very far at all. But it's a bit further than I thought I would be. So we pretty much share the same orbit now. I'm just wondering if there's a point along here where we are extremely close. It looks like actually along here we are exceedingly close compared to here. Dare I? See, now we're 20, I don't get this, we're now 22 kilometers away. Apparently this is our closest point. If we just burn towards the target. How much is that going to affect the orbit later on? Yeah, we're losing. We're seriously losing our periapsis here. This could be a disaster. I kind of thought that these 2 points would move closer to each other. Velocity 1790, velocity 1719. Surely that means that soon it'll come closer to us. I think we've got this one chance to make it actually, because we're going to be well ahead of it by the time we come round again. So why don't we just start burning towards it? We might also radial out just to try and get ahead of it. Oh, well, there we go. Fixed the problem. We've screwed up our orbit. But what could possibly go wrong? Ah, that's what could go wrong. It is ahead of us. It's okay. We got 1,500 delta V left. Okay, so again, we're sharing the orbit. We're a little bit far behind this thing. Are we going to get next to each other when we get there? What about this point? I don't know. Time warp. Apparently not. seem to be on a different inclination again. There it is, 15 kilometers away. Speed difference, ship 1791, 1789. We could just try burning towards it again. But that would be burning us upwards and burning us, well, I think we're going to muck our orbit up again. Well, what could possibly go wrong? Well, I guess everything actually. How close are we at this point here? Allegedly quite close. Seven kilometers away. Is this the time when we probably want to we'll jettison this, jettison the nose. We may have actually sent a missile coming straight towards Upgore 2.1. Just some nice gentle burning. Maybe I should control it from this point too. Control. Okay, so you... How hard can it be? We want to set our target Upgore 2.6 and burn slightly towards the target. We are coming together slowly. Just some gentle nudges from each ship. We are causing a fair debris field here, but that is a problem for future astronauts. I'm noticing here, Apoapsis is 500,000, Periapsis is 471, and the other one, 536 and 502. So it's not going to work out in the long run. Maybe we could just use enough oomph to get things together. So we need to radial in, and that'll hopefully push this line down. Okay, and then this guy needs to radial out. Okay. Oh gosh, that is a lot of intercepting points there. Let's make another save. We'll call it oops, because it's quite clear now at this point that I don't know what I'm doing. I might even just abandon the challenge, and as long as I can get these things to dock, that's good enough for me. No. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. What I don't want to happen is for us to be coming together too quickly and cause a bit of a car crash or a ship crash. There we go though, 2k away. We're actually getting further away from each other. I want to slow down a bit because this guy is a bit too ahead. So we're just gonna drop some speed. 504, 470. And this guy, do you know, actually it's pretty close to each other. 499, 473. But we are 3.5k away. Come on. I wish there was a way to force this with enough fuel. Because any problem can be solved with enough fuel. Maybe not though. Right, you need to radial in. You need to radial out. Okay. And then I'm hoping as soon as these guys start coming out again, so this guy now radials in. Okay. And you radial out. I'm mainly looking at these lines here. Trying to get them to just come close together. Are we any closer to each other? 1.4 kilometers. We are getting there. $1.1k. Right, so this guy, his speed is lower than this guy who's behind him. I wish I knew what I was doing. $700 meters away though, that's pretty good. I feel like this is a very inefficient way of doing things. We're just doing some kind of crazy ballet here. Is he forever stuck 300 meters away? Right, let's try and control the other vessel. You head towards your comrade. Come on. Maybe it would be easier to go into deep space, come to a dead stop, relative to any kind of, well, no, I don't know, you'd never come to a dead stop in space. I don't get what's going on. Right, let's load a save, let's see what went wrong. This save here, what were we at? That's what I look like right now. Okay, so in this save we have launched, we've matched our ascending and descending nodes, and I believe we're going to try and rendezvous. I think we got quite close too. We get very close, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna face the right way, and I'm just gonna try and match everything in this instance. And then we can radial out or something like that. I'll work out something. But right now we want to have a velocity of 1791. So our velocity is 1791. Not quite matching orbits though. Right. There we go. So this ship, 1793, 1793. This one, a bit higher, a little bit higher. Why do we not have control? Hang on. Control. Why is there no control? Oh, SAS was turned off. Okay. So we want to reduce this to 1791. We'll also set a target. Apparently we come quite close here. Okay. No, we don't. Okay. One 493 1490, soon to be 1493, I hope. Okay. So as good as I can get it, 1493, 1490, and the other one 1493, 1493. So I am hoping that at this point here, where all these crazy dots are, target interactions, it is going to be close enough for us to dock. Right, let's drop another save. Attempt 2. Time warp. Proximity to celestial body. Oh, there he is, 2.5 kilometers away. We appear to be ahead of target. Okay. So I'm just going to try and nudge our way together here. But I don't want what happened before to happen. An alternative plan is just drop all speed to 0. We would have a bit of time before we crash into Kerbin. That's probably not the best plan. Okay. 700 meters away. So now is the time for us to match everything up if we can. So, pause time. So this leading vessel, 493486. 493490. That's pretty close. That's within a kilometer or so. Maybe it is time for us to slowly connect things together. So let's jettison. Aim towards your target. And just very, very gentle nudges. Okay, so now we control you. Jettison. Aim towards your friend. And a very gentle nudge. We may have to manually RCS this thing. So we'll probably aim for about here-ish. Okay. Set docking port as target. Come on, we're are so close. I can taste it. Seem to be doing a lot of spinning around though. If I maybe lead. Okay. Oh no. So close and yet so very, very far. I am hoping that if I just apply a very low thrust, we will equal orbits. This is like some crazy ballerina thing. This is not how they do it in the YouTube videos, I tell you that. Okay, come on. There has to be an easier way of doing this. Sorry for the silence, but I'm using all 10 of my brain cells right now. I'm going to try and lead the target here. Perhaps that is what I've been doing wrong this whole time. So just lead the target. Too much lead. I feel like I'm about to smack into it though, way too fast. Okay. Oh. Is that it? Oh, finally. That was the most painful thing I have ever gone through in my whole life. I didn't even get it lined up. Look at that. That is just absolutely disgusting. Okay, flight process. Close. Why does it not like my flight? There we go. Okay, so technically speaking, we have fulfilled the part 1 of the Make a Space Station, which is get two of these guys together. These Wayfarer habitat modules. It would be nice if we could get a deployable solar truss and fuel depot though. What I'm thinking is we could probably take off this section here. I mean, these two things at the end here and here are the equivalent of our transfer tugs, which would be the final criteria of the mission. We could separate one of these and have a truss coming out the end, or we could have a small truss coming out of here, 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 or here. I think we'll combine solar and fuel depot truss in one go. Why don't we try and make this exactly 500 by 500 though? That would make my job a little bit easier when trying to line up the next mission, because this was so horrendously bad. Let's time warp here. Oh, I don't know where this thing's going. To the moon. And we're just going to give ourselves a tiny bit of nudge. Some small power. Might actually delete some of these things. Just tidy things up a bit. What are we burning? Why are we not going? Oh, I see. Deactivate. There we go. Okay. Right. Let's save there. Station at 500. Save. Not much of a station. More like a terrible tube of terribleness. Let's go to the vehicle assembly building and build ourselves something which can dock to one of the small hatches. Okay, so let us have a look at the structures first. Well, no, we'll have to start from the docking point. Right, so it will dock onto here, and we will have a nice long structure, keeping things away from the main body of stuff. 2 of them? Why not? In fact, let us dock nose first. So this will be the far end, and we will add a little fueling depot. Small probably doesn't quite cut it actually. Go for a medium tank, something like that, and we could put some docking ports on the end here. Not that I will ever dock to refuel, I don't think. The difficulties I had there were so bad, I don't think I ever want to do that again. But we will fulfill the criteria of the mission. So a ship can dock here or here to refuel. You know what? We will add another one. So if for some reason a medium ship wants to dock, they can dock here. This will be the one of the long ends of our station. We will add some solar panels. You know what? Let's add a battery too, because we're cool like that. We like having battery power. And oh, we might as well have some control as well. We'll put it there at the far end. You know what, we'll go double control. Put some here. Okay, solar panels. We'll go for some of these huge big ones. Something like that, so when they open up, you know, we could probably have 2 of these. One set here, and one set here. Oh dear. Right, hang on. Better. Alright, that'll do. We've got solar panels. Communication. Will this interfere with docking? Most likely no. And we'll put on a few of these small things too, why not? Okay. This is the extension for our space station. Let's not make this any more painful than it has to be, so in fact, we can even have a slight tug module here too. Medium. And we'll give ourselves a bit of monopropellant. And we'll give ourselves a bit of Methalox. Well, we have Methalox already, actually. Oh yeah, hold on. How is this going to work if we want to have a booster here? I don't think we can. We'll load up with RCS though. For RCS. Get some of these dudes too. Okay. Right, now we need to get this thing into space. It's probably going to be super wobbly. I wonder if we can put it inside of a fairing. We probably can. Okay, that clearly didn't work. Why is the fairing... why do you not want to finish? There we go. Look at that. I didn't think we could put it in a fairing, but here we are. What was that? Large. Right, let's make a little large tug module then. Well, we'll start with stabilizer. We'll go for monoprop. Need a command module, although I think I've just doubled up on these, but whatever, that's fine. Battery, stabilizer, fuel tank. Well, fuel tank then stabilizer. Okay, engine done. What does this weigh? 101 tons. 101 ton payload. This is awful. I love it. Alright. How do we get 101 tons in the air? Lots of fuel, lots of rocket. Power. Okay, here we go. Engine. This bottom one can be sustainer. These ones can be mammoth. Whoops. Okay. Coupling, radial. Why not XL? Looks fine. Looks beautiful. I think we'll move these up a little bit. We'll move them up to here. Maybe down a tad. I don't want the engines resting on the floor here. There, okay, that'll do. Oh yeah, and we need some aerodynamics too. Can we get away with just aerodynamicing these bottom ones? Looks like it. This will do fine. If it doesn't launch, then tough. We will try again. So this one will be called strut with fuel and power. Save. Launch. I hope it doesn't go boom. Well, it's gone upside down. I guess we're in Australia. Oh, here we are. I have no idea how wobbly this thing's going to be, but we will see very shortly. Ooh. Forgot to strut everything together. Looks like it's holding though. I probably won't do the gravity turn until these radial boosters are out, really. I fear that they're probably going to start wobbling around and will cause some problems. So we'll just go straight up. And there's nothing wrong with going straight up, as long as you don't go straight back down again. So we're about halfway through our fuel now. Not quite 8,000 meters. I don't know how well this rocket's going to work. But at least it looks cool. Okay, Apoap's is 54k. We are starting to wobble a little bit. Not great, but we're still going up. We are tipping. We are wobbling. But we're nearly out of fuel, so we're just gonna keep on going. Hold together, ship. Go on. Okay. Right, let's try and rescue this. Please point in the right direction. We have lots of time. I would have thought with all the control units on here it would be easy to maneuver, but no, it's a bit of a pain. Alright, we're in the right kind of direction now, so let's just start circularizing. I wonder if there's wobbling happening on the inside here. Yeah, I can see the inside of this thing is wobbling about a bit. So the fairing does nothing. It just looks cool. Alright, come on, let's reduce the thrust a bit. Hopefully it stops the wobble so much. Maybe it is worth boosting the fairing just to I don't know if it would stop the wobble. Let's try it. Whoa, what's happening here? Okay. Oh. Well, we may have to load this one from launch. It seems to have torn itself apart. While we're here, let's see if the if it looks pretty in space, eh? Of course it does. Right, yeah, let's try that one again. Revert to vehicle assembly building. We'll strut things together. I don't know what I can do about the inside of the fairing. I'll try and strut something there though. Right, where's my fairing? There we go. Alright. Strut. How high can you go? Not very high at all, it would seem. Oh. Oh no. Right, just, oh, hang on. You can strut a little bit into the fairing. Right, that'll do. Struts around here too. And we will strut the body to here. Okay, it should be a lot more stable and less wobbly. Let's save that and try again. I really hope this video is going to be less than half an hour. Oh, Australia, hello. Okay, let's try that again. Seems to be less wobble. Time will tell. Oops. I probably will start the gravity turn at 12k this time. Although it did seem like it worked quite well when we were just in space. We'll maybe wait till we hit the next level of atmospheric actually. Not much wobble. Alright, we're just gonna gently start tipping over. Very slowly. Just taking it nice and easy. Oh, we seem to have dropped a few frames per second here. This seems to be quite stable though. Okay, this is going good. Okay, why is it when we are without the 4 boosters we get wobbly? Right, we'll try and turn fully and then we will wait till everything settles and then we will prograde? Circularize? I don't know what the term is. Okay, we're gonna stop here, let things settle a bit, and slowly burn. Gradually pick up the speed until something looks like it's going wrong. It's looking good now. Okay, 59% speed. Alright, 100% speed, or, well, 100% thrust, I mean. It looks stable. So we'll just sit here and we will wait for our periapsis to not be a negative. I'm wondering now if the fairing jettisoning caused some kind of issue there, so I might save before we jettison, just in case. I would really like to try and do this without saving and loading, but well, as you can see by the video, I'm not very good at orbital mechanics. If I could get away with it, I would just build one massive station and launch it using 1,000,000 rocket boosters. I mean, I probably could get away with it, but I wanted to make this video. might nose down a little bit more, because it looks like by the time we do actually get into space, we'll be well above what we need for the meeting up with the other space station. Oh no, don't wobble. Bit of a delicate craft I've made here. Alright, there we go. Okay, nearly in orbit. And also nearly, well, yeah, our apoapsis is way above what we need it to be. Let's have a look. Yep, not great. But actually, that's not bad either, because we need to slow down. And to slow down, I believe we need to be higher orbit than our target. Surely. Okay, circularize time. There's the moon. My favorite place to go. Simple, close. Don't need any stupid docking mid-orbit. Alright, here we go. There's our random booster, which went off to the moon. Right, we've made it to orbit, but not with too much delta V left. Although we do have another stage. Alright. This will do. We will need to get the angle right. So set target. We'll swing around to the descending node. And for descending node, normal. We need to point up when we are going down. I could just go to the next stage, but why not use the fuel we have? Alright. Don't think we'll be able to do it in oneer. Oh. Very nearly did. Alright, so we'll go to the ascending node and point down. It's very close. Maybe a higher orbit would have made things easier, because then things would be moving slower. That's someone else's problem though. Alright, let's just... Okay, 0 degrees. Perfect. Okay, so now we need to try and join with this craft here. Their speed 1792, our speed 1708. It'll pick up as we get closer to our periapsis, yes. But this thing should be slowly gaining on us. And we'll just keep on sitting here until it's closer. And then I will worry about it. Okay. Right. I'm going to save here because we know how bad I am at doing this rendezvous. And I reckon by the time we come around here, we'll be close enough. I just remembered we do have access to the create maneuver plan. So we're going to reduce our... Oh, look at that. Nearly perfect. I wish I could look closer at this. So we're just going to reduce the orbit. And we'll shuffle it around, see if we get closer. Looks like this is the closest. Looks like the tiniest of burns too. A 1 second burn. I suppose we could just do it a tiny bit early if we want. Just a little... a gentle slow burn rather than slap it up to 100 and back again. Okay. Right, so we have a point when we're quite close. I think if I get time warp to here, and now we want to slow down until our apoapsis is about 502. Okay, let's go. So I'm looking at this number at the bottom left hand corner here. Okay. So we should be quite close. 7.8 kilometers away. Not as close as I hoped. Let's just drop another save. And why don't we swing around to this point here where it's apparently our closest we will be. How close are we? 1.3 kilometers, okay. Right, let's drop off some of this dead weight. And drop the fairing too, we might as well. Right, that's some pretty funky fairing physics there. No damage to the ship though. We've got our solar panels, we have our fuel tank, we've got our docking ports, we've got our front docking port. I think we're good. Okay, so we are well past when we probably want to actually retrograde and make our apoapsis 5,000. We are 1.3 kilometers away from the ship, but at least if we can match things up, we will stay that distance from the ship. So we just very slowly... Right. We are very close to 500,000. Let's check the other ship. 500,000, pretty much bang on. Okay. Apparently we have a new closest point, which is around here, so let's just time warp around. I don't understand how that's closest point when we seem to be getting further away. Interesting. Right, we're just gonna... We'll drop another save. Why not? And then I'm gonna do that stupid thing where I burn towards it. I'll try and burn towards it, increase our speed. We'll get a bit closer, and then I'll be looking at this rather than that. Close save. Right. Up to 578. We've completely mucked the orbit up, but that's fine. We'll just wait till we're a bit closer, and then I will reduce it back to 500,000. Oh dear. Okay, we seem to have mucked it up a little bit. That's fine. So apparently in half an orbit, we'll be exceedingly close to each other. Do I believe it though? Not really. Drop another save. Let's give it a try. Time warp. So we're 7 kilometers away now. Shouldn't have believed it. Right, we'll load again. Load game. Okay. So I think I'm just going to try and do it the other way again. We're just going to do it nice and slowly. Okay, that's pretty fast. So because it's moving this way, we're going to aim this way until it stops moving that way. I hope. Right, let's pause. So we want to aim for one of those docking ports. Control from here. No. We appear to have overshot. Pause. Where is the docking port? Can I only see the side? Oh no, hang on. Coupling. Clampotron. Clampotron. Okay, so it must be one of these. So set as target. Play game. Right, and we will control this ship. We will say control from here and set this as target. Target. Okay, so it should be pointing this towards it now. Tracking station, because I can't select the ship. Control. Okay. So we want to control from here. And we need to not be flying away from this. I don't know how close I need to be. Okay, so that is its target. We just appear to be missing each other again. So let's go down. Do a bit of boosting. Come on. Come on. I don't want to be doing this challenge any longer than you do, Mr. Station. If I just point along this way. Okay. Don't hit it too hard. This is how baby space stations are made. Alright, come on guys. Use your magnets, please. Come on, it's so close. Oh shit, no, not a vehicle assembly building. Tracking station, please. Why can I not tracking station? Ships, vessels, combined control. Surely not 3,500 kilometers away. Did I just cancel my ship? How did they get that far away? That's madness, right? We're gonna have to load this again. Load game. I don't know where this autosave is, but it looks like the two ships are near each other. Yes, okay. We are kind of in the same loop as what happened with the initial docking. I'm going to just try and cancel that by... There we go. So this is the target for this thing here. Okay, so if we go to tracking station and we select our other vessel, combined. If we say control from here, and then we set this as the target, and we tell it to point towards the target. Now they should be pointing at each other now. So now we go back to the tracking station, back to vessels, back to this one, control this one. They should be lining each other up just right. So we're just going to very slowly bring them together. Just using RCS now, I think. Just very slowly RCS. "47 meters away, 46, 45. Okay, 30 meters. I guess slow and steady does win the race this time. Right, come on. Do not fail me now, magnetic docking devices. Just nice and slowly. Just bring them together. Come on, so close. Come on. Just a bit closer, come on. I feel like almost as if there's an invisible force field stopping it from connecting. Doesn't seem to be getting any closer. Come on. Whoa, there we go. Oh, finally. That's got to be the most painful thing I've ever done in Kerbal Space Program. Whew, alright. Solar panels and lights. So it's not a pretty space station, but it's a functional one. We have a refueling bay. Well, in fact, we have a refueling bay and a big tug module with lots of fuel in it. We've got our 2 crew modules. We've got our solar panels. And it doesn't seem to be tearing itself apart. I would say that this is a success of sorts. Where we... Oh dear. I've just checked the recording time. We are 1 hour and 50 minutes into this recording. Took a little bit longer than 20 minutes, which I thought it would. But here we go. We're all learning on this fine day. We'll make it a vertical station. I don't know. We need to get a decent angle for a screenshot. Oh yeah, with the moon in the background. That'll do. Alright, screen it. Screenshot taken. Alright, this has been Blade signing off for hopefully a very long time. Or at least until the science comes out. Oh yeah, it's going to be great. Until then, see you later. And maybe I should show parts managers or something just to show I've not been cheating. Not that I would show off this. If I was cheating, I'd probably. Yeah, pretty much 500k orbit. I don't understand how mission time is only 2 minutes 25, but that's maybe since I connected these bits together. I don't understand it. Anyway, see you later.